You're just full of surprises, aren't you? Garuda will be proud. How long can he keep this up? Not this time. If that's what you want. You've had your fun, Leviathan. It's time you went back to sleep!
Now that was quite a tantrum. Clive! Where is he? Well, yes. He's adorable.
He is now. But did you see him a few moments ago?
Clive, I don't know how to thank you.
It's all right. We should find him a dry blanket, though. Wouldn't want the little monster catching a cold.
There. He's finally asleep.
The poor thing had a long day.
That makes two of us. So, what happens now?
Now? Now, we make things right.
How?
By providing Walyas what he was denied. A place to learn and grow. A family to love and protect him. So that one day, when the wounds in his heart and mind have finally healed, he might decide for himself how he'd like to live the rest of his life. But until then, I'll stay by his side, come what may.
Then he's a lucky boy. And not only because he'll have the best warrior this side of the belt to teach him the battle axe.
She'll do her best.
Shula. The beast that threatened your home is tamed. The empire that threatened your people toppled. Might it not be time to cast off your ancestors' glamour and retake your place in the Twins?
Perhaps. It's not as if we have the crystals to maintain the wall much longer. But are we truly safe? Is the world truly ready to accept us for who we are and what we believe? If I remember rightly, you and yours still choose to remain hidden, do you not?
We do.
Well, your people will always be welcome in Haven, regardless.
As will yours in the hideaway. We're allies now. If there's anything you need from us, supplies, food, equipment, do not hesitate to ask.
It's kind of you to offer. But we'll manage, just as we always have. Besides, I suspect you'll be needing everything at your disposal if you're going to save the world.
I fear much of it is past saving. The best we can do is strive to turn what's left into a world where we can all live as equals.
A noble endeavor. And there'll be a place in this world for us, will there? For Walyas.
For everyone. I swear it.
Then we shall be waiting. Until the tides bear you back to shore.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Well, yes. Only time will tell. But I can certainly think of worse places to spend one's childhood. The Moats of Water are a fine people, and they will take good care of him.
Up by the Vare, Ultima spoke to me. She called Leviathan his most profaned fragment, and told me to redeem the sins that had laid him low.
Is that so? The sins of Wallius's ancestors were grave indeed. To force him to prime at so tender an age.
And to freeze him in time, that he might never know what it was to live.
Yet I doubt either of those crimes was the source of Ultima's displeasure. It was that the Icon's power had been put to another purpose than the one he intended. To him, Leviathan must have seemed an aberration.
Could that be why Ultima made no attempt to lead me to him? The fear that this profaned fragment might corrupt his vessel somehow.
Perhaps. Or perhaps he simply deemed Leviathan surplus to requirements. Having concluded that his vessel might be made to serve his purposes without the full sum of his power.
His purposes? There's no escaping them. Even here. Hidden away in Mysidia, the blessing of the crystals proved nothing but a prison. A prison into which Wallius was born, and from which freedom is hard won. If the world doesn't change, if we don't change it, he'll end up suffering the same fate as every dominant who came before him.
Then we must change it.
That we must.
And we shall.
Yes?
My friend, I have news. I will have to charge you. Well, if you're sure you need it, very well. I think I might have found a way to break Talor's curse.
Go on.
Well, after listening to the village elders and scouring every likely-looking tome in the library, I learned that not all Tombries are the same little green menaces we know and loathe. Apparently, a chosen few live to incredible ages and grow to many times the size. The folktales hold that it's...
So if we slay the one that cast the curse, the feeding will cease.
But that was my thinking, though I doubt it'll be easy. These kings are not just bigger, they're stronger too. And if it is a perilous proposition, in short.
I'll do it. Even if killing...
Thank you.
So then...
Fanny!
because there's a whole bloody army of them out on the cloak.
What? But why would this dress?
There's only one way to find out.
Right.
Found her. They're almost at the gate. But they won't be coming any closer. You're finished. That should buy Haven some time at least.
Clive!
Fine. We've taken care...
Thank the tides. I was worried I was going to lose you both. Till he took a sudden turn.
What?
No, he's hanging on. I fear the Tombury King may have begun the... And I can't imagine their being here as a coincidence. I think it might be happening on...
If it is, it won't be for long. Get back to Talor.
My thanks.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia. More of them. Come on, then. I crave an audience with your king. You're finished. Another group. They don't look very regal. You're finished. Still no sign of the king. Could Fanad have been wrong? There's dozens of them. The king must be close. We will have to take care of his followers first. Now that's a lot of Tombrays. Looks like that's the last of them. Out here, anyway. But beastmen do like dark places. Well, I'll be damned. A crown. Sorry, Your Majesty, but your reign ends here. This one. Get him. Sick him. This one. That's better. All yours, Torgal. This one. Sick 'em. It's done. Which means the curse should be broken. Let's see how Talor's doing.
Clive!
It is. I was
You do? Talor!
Thank you, my lord. I can never repay you for everything you've done for me.
I'm just glad the curse is lifted. There is one.
Oh, that. Well, you deserve to know. It was years ago now, back in my trading days. The Sons of Greek arrested me in Oriflamme, chained me up in a lightless cell with a great sword hung over my head, ready to fall if I didn't confess. Though they never said to what I didn't, of course. So eventually they just let me go. And I never told a soul. Tried to forget it ever happened. But then you came along and the sight of your sword brought it all flooding back. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't hardly breathe, and I thought that if I would have only made it worse.
Oriflamme has fallen. And the men who tortured you, like...
If only I'd known, I'd convinced myself that you were like them. That all outsiders would thank you, son.
Clive, there's something I need to tell you. After we parted ways, and just like that, his pain began to fade.
What do you mean? The Tonbury King would have still been alive. I had to contend with dozens of his...
Then, perhaps one of them warned him of your coming, or perhaps... I know, from experience...
Was there ever really a curse, then? For all the difference it makes.
Maybe not.
Reckon my steel's just as good as any. Till next time, then.
Hey, mister! Over here! Please, mister, you've got to help. The village is in danger, and if someone doesn't do something...
Stop. Take a deep breath and tell me everything.
Sorry. My name's Eirik. When you went up to the Ereval with Miss Shula, well...
You could have...
Lady Shula told us you lot were great warriors. But then I lost track of you in the woods.
Saw what?
A great big drip spitting out great spouts of water it was. That were tearing up the...
Spouts of water.
Well, I did. And I don't ever...
All right. If this creature is as terrible...
Thanks, mister. It was over by the Swift one that I saw it.
Then that's where I'll start my search.
I wouldn't go through those gates for 1,000 gil. Not with...
His Who's that? The hunter. Are you all right?
I was tracking an ibex when a great spout of water struck me square in the back.
Did you see what made it?
No.
Might this be the culprit? Leave him to us. You've caused enough trouble. Hardly a threat to the village, but you can't blame the boy for being scared.
You made that look a lot easier than it was.
Do you think that was the beast which attacked you?
That thing? Not a chance. And the blast of water that hit me was beyond anything and all.
Oh.
That's it. That's the noise I heard. Sounded like it came from the ruins.
I'll go. What do we have here? Found her. Something's been busy. Whatever this creature is, it's out for blood. But it's not having ours. Stay close, Torgal. Where are you? Another fragment of Wallius's rage. I should have known. Time to put you to bed too. Nice try. This one. Fingers crossed that's the last of them. Either way, I should let Eirik know the danger is past. For now, at least.
How many times do we have to tell you? You're not to go out.
You're back!
So? Did you find the fiend that attacked me and young Eirik here?
I did. It won't be troubling you anymore.
Yes! I knew you'd get it.
Only because you warned me of its existence. Not that you should ever have learned of its existence, but all's well that ends well, I suppose.
What was it, anyway?
A manifestation of Leviathan's power. When we visited Wallius in the Surge, he was angry and afraid. The Icon summoned these creatures for his protection. Though why one would be wandering the ruins of Riversmeet, I don't know.
Maybe it was looking for his mum. That's where she died, isn't it? The Falls.
The Falls?
Aye. When they took her baby, she threw herself off the top. We go there once a year to pay our respects. The whole village.
An Eggy is a part of its master's spirit, but what would he?
Well, either way, you did it.
Aye.
I'm so sorry for all the trouble.
Yes? A good tide to you.
My lord, might I have a moment of your time?
Certainly.
It's a long story. But before we get to that, would I be right in thinking...
Yes. She said that your ancestors found her here, and that it was she who taught them the spell to stop time.
My great-grandmother suspected as much. She cared for the poor woman, and it was she whose duty became to attend her grave.
I see. And...
Well, on trying to clear the rest of the path, you see, we discovered that a flock of bloodthirsty beasts had claimed the cliffs beyond. None of us was a match for them. But you, my lord, have proven your strength many times over. Would you drive them away for us?
Of course. I'll see the path is made safe.
Thank you, my lord. The grave is in a place called Witchdrop. To reach it, one must turn left at the Winged Wains, then follow the path around to the right, deep into the forest.
Why so far from Haven?
It was where she lived. When our ancestors first came to Mysidia, they found her there, in an old abandoned village, and it was her heartfelt wish to return there in death. So when she passed away, my great-grandmother had a stone erected for her on the cliffs overlooking the place she once called home.
How thoughtful. Well then, no time like the present. Left at the ships, then round to the right, you said.
Just so. Thank you once again, my lord. I will join you at the grave anon,
Caution, brother.
This should be the path to Witchdrop. Hungry, Torgal? It's over! And here's our welcoming party. It's over! Looks like that's the last of them. Now, where's the grave? This must be it.
My lord, thank you for making the path safe again.
XVI. Was that her name?
Yes. Hardly the most fitting tribute for a dominant, is it? A rough-hewn stone with naught but a given name engraved on it. But my ancestors had only been here a matter of weeks when she passed. Every day was a struggle to survive. They had neither the time nor the energy to devote to a more elaborate memorial. Yet they spared what they could to grant her wish, that even in death she might continue to watch over her home.
She lived down there then? In the ruins?
That's right. They were once the living quarters for those who served up in the temple. When the Northern Thanes sent her here to weave her spell, this was... Of course, they were all gone by the time my aunt...
All except XVI. Who remained till...
Indeed. Some years after XVI's passing, you see, my grandmother came here to tend the grave. And she asked of him who he was and whence he had come, but received no answer. The only words so she told him.
You said he was wearing plate.
Do you know something of him?
When we went up to the Air of Hours to unravel the spell, we were set upon by a shade in the shape of a knight in full plate. It manifested in front of the Vare, and in its ether...
You think this may have been the same man my great-grandmother met? XVI's knight?
I don't know. Maybe. All I can say for sure is it was intent on protecting her creator.
Or perhaps her spirit. What remained of her ether.
Till we ended it.
If the shade you fought was XVI's knight, then ending it was the greatest gift you could have given him. Now he can return to the sea, to be with his lady once more. And if his spirit should ever return here to visit her grave, I shall ask his name, that I might carve it in the stone next to hers.
That they might be together. Once and for all.
Praise be to the heavens for the child.
It is good to have him back.
You wouldn't happen to have some time on your hands, would you, Clive? Only I was wondering...
Don't tell me. Another unruly dominant.
Not quite, but a dangerous foe nonetheless. It promises to be quite a hunt. Care to join me?
All right. Tell me about our quarry.
A fiendish, cold-blooded beast known as a Givra. Normally, we leave such animals well alone, and for good reason. But I have an even better reason to want its tongue.
If you'll permit me, tributary, I can...
Certainly, yeah.
It's been over a week since me sister gave birth to her first child, yet she still isn't back on her feet. We've tried everything to restore her spirits. The healers tell me there's only...
It isn't only Yamila's sister who stands to benefit from this, by the way. There's her baby.
I'd be glad to help.
Thank you. And it won't be a cheat.
Then it is decided. The two of you will go, while Jill and I occupy ourselves here.
Perhaps we might help prepare the broth. That would be most kind of...
Come then, Clive. The river of time flows fast. There's a Givra that has claimed the flesh of a forest ibex should suffice.
To the forest, then.
There's nothing a Givra loves more than a fat haunch of ibex.
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia.